good morning, good morning. We're just going to give it a few more minutes. We are early in here. So we're going to give it a few more minutes until everyone arrives. I'll be back in a sec. How is everyone feeling? Hopefully good. We've still got a couple of minutes, so grab yourselves a quick drink of water, get your mats rolled out. Yeah. I feel a little bit uneven, but it's okay. Wow, we really are uneven, I can tell now. Can't wait for the day when I have my own yoga studio at home. That day, it will happen. It will happen. And by at home yoga studio, I mean like spare bedroom, you know, or an extra downstairs room, because we only have 2 rooms downstairs. We have like our living room and our kitchen, and that's it. So we're in my living room right now. We could go in one of the spare rooms. We've got a little box room, which is my office, and then we've got a guest bedroom, but there's a bed right in the middle, and it's heavy. So it's not like I can move it every morning or like have it. I've tried having it a certain way, and yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. But anyway, never mind. My living room is good for now. It's good for now. I'm still not happy with this. I feel like that's a bit better. No, that's worse. That's better. Okay. Right. Go ahead and get comfortable. We've still got another minute left. We'll just wait for everyone to enter. So this week we are building on our theme of taking courage, right? Last week was all about taking flight, wasn't it? This week we are going to take a leap of faith. And I hope that you'll join me. I hope that you'll join me. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So welcome everyone to the Well membership. We are on our 2nd week of our 3rd month. My mind is just like, well, we are focusing on this month. Our theme is finding courage. And really it's about finding that courage to be the version of ourselves that we always wanted to be, that we dream of being, right? And so playing with arm balances and inversions helps us to find that inner courage. Whether we get to that place or not in our shapes, in the poses, the shapes we make on the mat, doesn't matter, okay? What matters is that we're showing up for ourselves as part of the Well membership in a way that works for us in this moment, right? Especially this time of year, it's August, you know? And I know a lot of people, the kids are off, so a lot of you are spending time with family, as you should be, right? But I hope that still giving yourselves that time each day. But with our practice, it is all about finding courage this month. Last week we took flight with side crow. This week we're going to brave the upside down. So you might have noticed in this week's newsletter, you know, are you ready to brave the upside down. Can you tell I'm a Stranger Things fan? Hardcore fan, right here. So we are going to, we're going to brave the upside down. We're going to do it safe. We're going to do it with confidence. We're going to do it with the knowledge of breaking down the actual movement. And honestly, the way that I teach it, the way that I was taught, and the way that I was taught to teach it, it's not really a headstand. It's a shoulder stand. We don't bear any weight on the head or the neck. Okay, so if a yoga teacher ever says to you headstands are dangerous because you're weight bearing on the neck, or if you've ever heard someone say that before, or you've been told by a yoga teacher that's why they don't teach it, absolutely, I respect that. But the way that I'm teaching you, we will not be weight bearing on the head. It's all in the shoulders. Okay. Also, please don't think that means you have to be super strong in the shoulders. Please don't think that, oh my God, I'm not strong enough, I'm not going to be able to do this. It's all about how we break it down, okay? So, find yourself in a comfortable seated position, whatever that may look like for you. And whatever that may feel like for you. And when you get there, bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest, closing the eyes. Take a moment to notice the breath. We're not going to be here for too long. We want to get right into it, but I just want you to take a moment to connect to your breath this morning. We are halfway through the week, halfway through. Wednesday is the perfect day, if you haven't done so already, to pause, reconnect to your breath. Don't alter your breath. Notice how it feels. Notice where it lands. And notice the comfort and ease as you breathe. Notice the discomfort and the resistance as you breathe. And then notice your thoughts, beliefs, and judgments around that comfort, discomfort, ease, resistance. And then ask yourself, what is the truth? What is the truth of what my breath is trying to tell me today? And everything else, put it in a bag, give it to me. Think of me as your personal bin lady. Give me all your bags of shit, basically, all your bags of rubbish. Give it to me. Think of me in that way. Just like the bin men who come to your house every week and clear away your rubbish. And at the end, if there's things that you want to take back, take them back. The rest you can leave with me, and I will get rid of it for you. Invite the inhale to deepen here. And lengthen your exhale with a sigh. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth. You may be smiling here. Take 3 more rounds. On your next inhale, open the arms into goddess and come into a seated cow. Lift the head, lift the heart. As you exhale, draw the hands around you. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Give yourself a big hug. Inhale, open into goddess. Exhale, switching arms. Give yourself a big hug. And take 2 more here. Inhale, open into goddess. Hold here, take an inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring those hands down. And then bring yourself into your tabletop position. Bring those hands underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers nice and wide, bring the knees underneath the hips. Take an inhale, and as you do, lengthen your right leg behind. As you exhale, draw it in as close to the torso as possible, curling the spine if that helps. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. And take 3 more here. Hold this one here. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower the knee down to the ground. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side, but I want you to think about Uddiyana Bandha. So remember we did this last week. There's your muscle lock right here in the abdomen. So when we take Uddiyana Bandha, what we're doing here is, I'm going to demo really quickly, right? So we inhale through the nose, belly expands, okay? I'll do that again. As we exhale, belly button draws in, zip up the jeans. So we want to almost feel like we're lifting the belly button up right here towards the solar plexus. So as we inhale, we allow the belly to expand, allow the lungs to fill with air, okay? Those lower 2/3 of the lungs, because the lungs come down quite low. Now, as we exhale, we draw the belly button in towards the spine. Imagine zipping up the jeans. So we're imagining lifting that belly button right to there. And that is Uddiyana Bandha. And we do that at the bottom of the exhale, okay? So, oh, little man wants to get involved, do you? He's thinking about it. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, extend that left leg out. As you exhale, draw that left knee in towards the chest. Take Uddiyana Bandha. Draw the belly button in towards the spine, and then lift up, zip up those jeans. Inhale. Exhale. Uddiyana Bandha. Amazing, nice work. Inhale. Exhale, take Uddiyana Bandha. One more here. Nice, okay, bring that knee down. We're going to practice Uddiyana Bandha in tabletop, okay? So bring that spine to neutral. Try not to dump down into the hips, okay? Keep that spine nice and neutral. Take an inhale. Allow the belly to relax as the lungs fill with air. Exhale. Belly button draws in. Zip up the jeans. That's Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale. Exhale. Take Uddiyana Bandha. Take 3 more here at your own pace. Nice, okay. Coming down onto the forearms, making sure that the elbows are underneath the shoulders. Hands, palms flat to the mat. Take the gaze towards the top of the mat. Curl the toes under, extend through the heels, lift the butt to the sky. Try not to push back too much, keep the shoulders over the elbows. Slight bend to the knees, walk the feet in if that feels more comfortable. Draw those hips skywards. Come back to the breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Take Uddiyana Bandha. Feels different here, right? Inhale. Exhale. Now notice here, we're going to take 3 more rounds of breath. Continue with your breathing. Take Uddiyana Bandha at the bottom of every exhale. Notice here, the hips are drawing skywards. We're lengthening through the spine. Gaze straight down at the mat, okay? Inhale. Exhale, take Uddiyana Bandha. Draw the knees down to the ground. Come back to child's pose for a moment. Take an inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. On your next inhale, come all the way up to your tabletop position, curl the toes under, lift into down dog. We're going to take Uddiyana Bandha here as well. So as always in down dog, this is a back bend. Don't worry about those heels touching the ground. That's not the goal. Slight bend to the knee, draw the hips skywards, okay? Notice that lengthening in the spine. Ground down through the palms of the hands, gaze wherever feels most comfortable for you. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, take Uddiyana Bandha. Feels different here as well, right? Take 3 more rounds here, breathing in. Exhale, take Uddiyana Bandha. 3 more here at your own pace. Start to take that dog for a little walk here. Pedal through those feet. On your next inhale, go ahead and raise your right leg to the sky. As you exhale, draw that knee in towards the nose, lifting through the back of the body, create that space between you and the ground beneath you. At the bottom of the exhale, take Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale, draw that leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, draw it into the torso as tight as you can. Uddiyana Bandha at the bottom. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, draw it in as tight as you can. Take Uddiyana Bandha. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, take Uddiyana Bandha. And then come back to your down dog. Take that dog for a little walk here. Shift the weight forwards to your high plank, drop the knees. Exhale, come down through Chaturanga. Release the hands, elbows underneath the shoulders. Palms flat to the mat, rise up through Sphinx. Take an inhale. Exhale. Lowering down, bring the hands flat to the mat. Rise up through Cobra, take it back into Child's Pose here. Roll out the wrists if it feels good. Take another inhale through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. On your next inhale, come back to your tabletop position, curl the toes under, lift into down dog. Take another inhale, raise that left leg to the sky. As you exhale, draw it into the torso as tight as you can. Take Uddiyana Bandha at the bottom of the exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, draw in. Uddiyana Bandha. 3 more here. Last one. Lower that foot down to the ground. Shift the weight forwards to high plank. Option to drop the knees. Exhale, come down through Chaturanga. Inhale, rise up through Cobra. Take it back into Child's Pose. Okay. Take a breather here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now, we're going to give headstand a try. So I'm going to demo first. Please, please, please watch and listen to what I'm saying. And then I will repeat and I will guide you through, okay? So please don't do it with me to begin with, even if you're like, I'm cool with headstands, I know what I'm doing. Because it may be that I teach very differently to how you've always done it. And you know, you may want to try a new way of doing it. So I bring myself close to my wall, right? Walls are our friends, okay? In this case, my door. I'm going to bring my elbows underneath my shoulders, okay? So they're shoulder width apart, and so that my hands are as close to the wall as possible. Now notice I'm on my knees. I interlace my fingers here, okay? Now I want to bring the top of my head to rest in here, all right? So I'm kind of cradling my head. And I tend to sort of go anywhere from like here to here. That's comfortable for me. You go to where's good for you, but make sure it is around the top of the head, the crown of the head. All right. So elbows are shoulder width apart. Okay. Interlace the fingers and bring the head down. And I'm cradling my head in my hands at the moment. I curl my toes under and I lift up my hips. Okay, I'm lengthening through my legs. Now, as I do this, I'm going to start to walk my feet in towards my body. And as I do, notice my hips want to rise up. Yeah, that's physics. Okay, and I'm going to get to a point where my body will naturally want to lift up. And so then what I do is I draw one knee into the chest as tight as possible. Notice as I do, I'm leveraging my other foot and I am lifting my hips higher, okay? I hold this knee into my torso as tight as possible for about 3 to 5 breaths. Then I lower down and I do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm doing this because this is not a headstand, remember, this is a shoulder stand. Ground down through the elbows, rise up through the hips, elbows down, butt up. Holding for 3 breaths, tight, tight, tight to the body, bring it down, come down into child's pose. Now what this teaches us is to use our Uddiyana Bandha, our muscle lock. It also teaches us how to come out. So we know now, if we feel like we're going to lose our balance, we're going to come down and fall into child's pose. Okay, so this teaches us how to bring ourselves out and how to fall with control and confidence, therefore. Okay, once I have done both legs, both knees as tight to the torso as possible for 3 to 5 breaths each side, minimum 3, ideally 5. We're then going to do both legs. Okay, so I bring myself back, I lift, walk my feet in, walk in, walk in, walk in, walk in, until I can't get any closer. My hips are rising up, yeah? Notice that rise up. Draw one knee in, and then it's physics. Once I've got one knee in and I lift up my hips, my other foot wants to come up as well. Now, this is where a lot of people start to get a bit excited and they want to take both legs up. We don't want to do that. We want to hold here for 5 breaths. Tight, tight, tight to the body. Now, we've got a wall behind us, so we can lean against it if we want to. Tight, tight, tight to the body. Shoulders, elbows down, butt up. My head is dangling right now. And then I come back down and into child's pose. Resting the head down. Okay, so we're not hopping into it. Okay, this isn't gymnastics. We're not jumping into it. When we hop into headstands in particular, we are potentially more likely, if we do fall, there's more chance of us potentially hurting ourselves. This allows us to bring the focus to our abdomen, to our core, so that we can be more controlled with how we come into the headstand and how we come out of it, okay? But also, if we feel like we're going to fall, we can do so with control into child's pose, coming onto our shins, okay? Okay, once we've done that and held that for 5 breaths, then we can come back into it and see if we can unfold out of this kind of cosmic egg, okay? And think of that shape, those knees in, that's your cosmic egg. You're really drawing that in, all right? So we bring ourselves back, break it down again. Interlace the fingers, elbows underneath the shoulders, head cradled in the hands. Extend through the heels, lift up the butt. Elbows down, butt up. Walk the feet in, and as we walk the feet in, those hips come up. One leg comes up first, then the other has to follow. It's physics. My head is dangling. My knees are tight to my body. And then both legs are one, and they unfurl together. We have a wall behind us if we need it. And then
Focus on grounding down through the elbows, lift up through the feet. And then we draw those knees back in. Use the wall as your guide to draw the knees back in, lower all the way down. Into child's pose, take a moment. And that is your handstand. So give it a go. See how you get on. If you're watching this on replay, of course, press pause here. But I'd love for you to give it a try. And I would love for you to let me know how you got on. But please remember, it's breaking it down, okay? Elbows, stack your shit. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Interlace the fingers. Extend the back through the legs. Extend through the heels. Walk the feet in towards the body. As you do, draw the hips skywards. Stop until when you get to a point that you know you can't go any further. Draw one knee into the chest, hold for 3 to 5 breaths. Take it down. Draw the other knee into the chest as tight as you can. 3 to 5 breaths. Bring it down. Come into child's pose. Now you know how to fall out of it. Okay? Once you've done that, we're ready to try both knees. We go exactly the same way into it. And then we bring one knee up. And then it's physics, right? So once we get to here, okay, once we get there, we know, look, here, this is the tipping point. Because here, all I'm doing is I'm lifting my hips, keeping this leg tight to the body, lifting my hips, the other leg has to follow. Holding here for 5 breaths, coming out of it after the 5 breaths, then we can come into it. And then we extend the legs. Grind down through the elbows, rise up through the feet. And then if you know you have the strength, you can play around with really lifting through those shoulders. And then we bring it back down with control, all the way back down. Okay. So please do give it a try. Press pause. And then when you're ready, let's bring ourselves down onto our mats. Hug the knees into the chest. Bring them down flat to the mat, palms down to the ground. Take an inhale, and as you do, lift those hips away from the ground. Keep the gaze straight to the sky for bridge. Take a breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. A little canter shake after that headstand and all of that abdominal work. Take an inhale. Exhale. One more time. Draw those hips down as you exhale. Draw the knees into the chest. Go ahead and take the knees down to the right side. Extend that left arm out. Hey, boo-boo, how are you? Hey, my beautiful girl. Breathing into the left side of the body here. Taking an inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale, draw those knees back to center. As you exhale, draw them down to the left side. Extend the right arm out. Take the gaze to the right hand. Breathing into the right side of the body through the nose. Exhale. One more time. Hug the knees into the chest. If it feels good, stay here or grasp onto the soles of the feet for a happy baby. Maybe take a gentle sway from side to side. And then gently lower the feet down to the ground and then bring yourself into a comfortable shape for Shavasana. Either soles of the feet together so the knees drop out, feet to the long edges of the mat so the knees drop in to support one another, or extend those legs completely. And when you get to that place of comfort, bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. Take a moment here to notice your breath. Notice where it lands. Notice how it feels. Notice the similarities and differences to when we first started our practice this morning.
remembering that what matters is not the similarities and differences, but rather our awareness of them. Take a few moments here. Appreciate your body and everything that it does for you. If you made it to the upside down, appreciate your body for that. If you didn't try it today, that's cool. If you never try it, also cool. Show your body some love anyway, because it works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for you, without you even having to think about it. Your body is amazing. Always remember that. On your next inhale, bring some movement to the fingers and the toes. Stretch the legs long, arms overhead, maybe even invite a yawn here. And in your own time, in your own way, find yourself up to a comfortable seated position, whatever that may feel like for you. And when you get there, bring your hands together at your heart center. Take a deep inhale through the nose. As you exhale, start to rub the palms together. Feel that warmth, heat, and energy start to build. Placing the hands over the eyes. Feel that warmth, heat, and energy resonate throughout your entire body. As you breathe here, take another moment to give yourself some love. Remind yourself just how courageous you are every single day. And remember, you are more than enough. Keeping your eyes closed, start to draw the hands away, place them one on top of the other at your heart center. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale everything out with a sigh. And as we do, we say thank you to the Krishnamacharya and Iyengar lineage of yoga, and to all of the teachers and practitioners who came before us. Thank you so much for your practice this morning. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you are catching up on the replay, please let me know how you felt practicing going into a headstand, potentially for the first time, or if you do it a lot. I would love to know if you have other ways that you get into headstand, because what works for me doesn't work for everyone, right? I teach the way that I was taught, and that I know that way works really well for me and my body, because it helps me to feel stronger in myself and in my upper body as well, which for me is I love that. I always say, if you want to learn to do the splits, I'm not the teacher for you, but if you want to learn to feel strong in yourself and in your body, like that's where I'm at, so I really hope that you find this helpful, and if you made it to the upside down, yay, high five. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow morning for bar. Have a great day. Take care. Stay well. Bye.